And we're live. It's Adam Robinson, founder and CEO of rebranding.com. I have the wonderful Julia Bouterakos with me. She is doing all things content marketing and all sorts of other things for us related to marketing. Santosh, I would say maybe in like October, late October, he was talking about things we needed to do to become a unicorn. He said, I look at our website and it does not look like $1 billion company to me. He's like, we need to rebrand. We need to put more thought into this brand. We need to do it in the right way. So Julia has spearheaded this effort for us, and I wanted to interview her about what the whole process has been in full transparency, what it has cost, and, you know, for anyone else contemplating a rebrand, hopefully give you a very good understanding of what it takes and what the undertaking actually is. So, Julia, thank you for coming.
Of course. Happy to be here.
I'm excited to have you here. So the first thing we did was we vetted agencies, and it sort of, when we were talking about these questions, it brought up this idea that like, well, it's great if you're vetting agencies. I mean, Santosh just brought them to us. What if you don't have Santosh bringing agencies to you? So like, how do you find an agency is question number one.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways to find an agency, but it can definitely be daunting if you've never done this before and you don't know where to start. So, I mean, the first thing you should do is just start off by asking people in your network, see if they have any referrals to any other agencies that they've worked with. Or you could just go the old-fashioned route and check on Google, look for agencies with really, really great reviews, and make sure that they've done work similar to your own industry. And the most important thing is to just make sure you connect with their creative. If you like their websites and you like their portfolio, that's a pretty good indicator that you're going to have a good working relationship.
Great. Solid answer.
Yeah.
Then how do you vet an agency once you have sort of whittled it? So what do you want to do? Pick like 3 or something like that, would you say?
Yeah, I would say 3 is a good amount to dwindle down to. Like start with maybe 5 and then have a couple of interviews and then go down to your favorite 3. And then when you go through that process, it's called an RFP. You're going to go through an RFP process, a request for proposal. And then you're going to have a few boxes that you want to tick when you're talking to them. So that can include things like pricing. So do a bucket for pricing, the services that they could provide, their creativity level, which you can gauge on your own kind of scale, what's creative in your mind. But a really important thing to look out for is the agency's branding strategy process. So how they handle account management. Like you're about to take on a really important and in a lot of cases really expensive business endeavor. So that agency they have to set clear expectations on what you're going to be getting out of them, as well as when, like what timelines. You guys need to agree on timelines and make sure that you're aligned there. Marketwake is the agency that we've been working with, and they've absolutely crushed it.
Thank you, Marketwake.
Yeah, thank you, Marketwake.
I just want to highlight Marketwake.
Yeah.
Maybe we Marketwake.
Yeah, they've done such an amazing job. They championed this for us. Because we're moving really quickly as a company, we needed them to move really quickly with us. But obviously with intention and quality, and they have like just outstanding account management. So that was a big deciding factor for us to ultimately choose them. So that was a big part of our RFP process. And that's why we went with them.
And then originally they were like, this is going to take 6 months. Santosh was like, absolutely not. We need it in 2.5. And then we kind of we kind of landed on May 1st, which still seemed like a long time in January. But as Santosh mentioned, I think a couple of days ago, or maybe it was yesterday. No, it was on Tuesday when we were all on a call. He was like, man, it just seems like yesterday that we were on our first
and we've
call
gone
with
so much done.
Yeah, on our first call with Marketwake. So yeah, it's an unbelievable amount that gets produced when you're doing a rebrand. So like, can we talk about the services that we took Marketwake up on when we embarked on this journey?
Yeah. So what the process kind of looks like once you sign on the agency and you decide to work with them, first you go through that initial brand discovery call. So the agency then has a lot of like really intimate one-on-one interviews with a selection of people from our team. And including like stakeholders. So customers that we work really closely with, anyone who's advised us or consulted us, we brought them in to help with that process. And then we just really dug into who we are as a company, what our product benefits are, and then really honed in on what our missions and our goals were and like how to basically brand guidelines. So we had a document that got us really clear on that and the whole team aligned on who we are and what we want to accomplish here. And I think ultimately what we all decided on is that we're really dedicated to understanding that every brand is just a founder with a dream, and we're just here to help them get to that dream faster. And I think that's kind of our overall ethos. And then I guess moving forward after getting clear on our mission and our goals, they delivered the brand identity option. So they give us a couple of options to choose from when it comes to our new logo and our new look. And we were all unanimous on one design, which we were all really, really excited about. But we really wanted to include the whole company on the decision of that logo and what the brand is going to look like. So we sent out a survey to our team because ultimately this is all of our decisions. It's not just ours on the leadership team. And we wanted to make sure that everyone felt part of that process. So that's how we kind of handled those next steps. And then after that, you've decided on your new logo, your new look, and your guidelines. And then we go through the biggest process, which is our website. And then aside from that, we went into mock-ups, wireframes, kind of like kept it moving really quickly. Obviously, we're trying to get this done quickly. And we were having weekly meetings and moved really quickly on it. But we have like a full new brand guideline, new brand tone and voice, missions, goals. All of that came with our rebrand.
So we kind of started the process in the new year. The launch date's April 27th, which I think we're launching this afterwards. So it's just happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we spent 80 grand. We got website logo, brands messaging, brand guidelines, pitch deck. And I guess it was just, I mean, the speed of execution was fantastic. I thought that the fact that it's kind of all happening without me having to do anything is like a very, usually when we change our website, I'm literally in Elementor and like typing everything and changing everything. So, that was kind of like an aha moment for me. It's like, wow, you work with a great partner.
You have a team now. Yeah.
And you have a great team and it all just starts to happen. So, I mean, besides just giving another shout out to Marketwake, I can't think of anything else that, in serving the sort of work in public that we need to share about this. I think
I mean, I think, the real work is really ahead of us. We want to use this opportunity to just help us continue making amazing content and driving brand awareness. And now we have like a really solid kind of structure to base that all off of. So we're really excited to just kind of piggyback all off of this nice framework that we have and just continue to grow.
I want to mention something that I thought about the 3 identities that were presented to us. So they pitched us on 3 identities, and I think we can probably share this deck that they sent in the comments. 2 of them, to me, looked like every other SaaS company. And there was one that looked like no SaaS company I've ever seen before. And I was like immediately drawn to it. And the designer said that he was just in Barcelona and he like spent a weird amount of time looking at street art there. And he was like inspired by it. And I also loved how, we have this huge domain name, retention.com. I loved how the different ways of showing the logo emphasized the .com because it like became an exclamation point, which was like a really cool thing to me. So, I mean, I just wanted to mention that as like part of, a lot of what drew me to the identity that we picked was how different it was and like how loud and in your face it is. And I remember saying the first time I saw it, like made me uncomfortable because they're very weird colors by like the definition of what a normal SaaS site looks like. And I thought that was analogous to our company because when we describe what we do a lot of the time, it makes the person slightly uncomfortable to know that that's possible the first time they hear it. And then, you know, they hear the success stories and everything else, and it like becomes like, you know, sort of more normalized.
Yeah, no, I think we were all at first like, oh, that's a really weird option to be in the mix. But the second they took us through the slide and the creative, we were all hooked to it. We thought it was so unique and it really made us stand out from the crowd. And we're playing up the whole emphasis and exclamation mark. Sorry, it's going to be kind of like our new in-house emoji that we use. And we're really like making it all encompassing within our ecosystem. So it's really exciting. I think the whole team is really excited too. And we're so excited for the next steps of it.
Well, Julia, thank you for quarterbacking this whole endeavor. It's just amazing to have you here. Santosh is like, I'm sure we're going to want to rebrand again, you know, by the end of the year. And I'm just like, I can't.
Can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, this man thinks about time in a totally different way than everybody else, which is like so funny. But yeah, that's all we got. That is a work in public session. I love these. I want to start doing more of them. I think it's like so interesting to interview the people who are actually doing this stuff here. And share it on, you know, LinkedIn and all that. So thank you so much for your time, Julia.
Of course. Thank you.
Signing off.